Hi Libra, I'm Jophia Mind Tarot here for your June 2023 Tarot and Oracle card readings. Okay, so I'll begin by using the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle to see the general energies for this month of June. Alright, so let's see Spirit. Spirit, please, what is the general energies for Libra for this month of June 2023? Thank you, Spirit. The month of June 2023. What is the general energies for Libra? One more shuffle. Let's see what comes up. Alright. That's okay. Alright, let's go. We have compassion. Okay, so dynamic. This came out at the bottom of the deck when it's a sign. I can't remember what sign, but compassion. So you're learning about compassion this month, Libra. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. So you're learning about compassion this month, using your heart space, being able to connect with the divine, using your intuition, with your 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 chakras. Yeah. Okay. So we'll come to now. Anyway. Dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and joy. So you're looking for harmony, which is a Libra trait, harmony, right? And aspects of different origin and frequency and putting it together, both familiar and unfamiliar, and finding the grace and the ease between everything, right? And finding the compassion within it. Yeah, finding the wisdom in that too. All right, so let's see what is the general. Sorry about that, Libra, the camera. What's the general energies for Libra spirit for June 2023? What are the general energies? Any messages for Libra? Any messages for Libra? Any messages for Libra? Thank you. Any messages for Libra? Any messages for Libra spirit? Let's see what comes up. Um, Let's see what comes out. It doesn't have to be about love, but whatever comes up. That we would like to hear about the miser and exhaustion. Hmm. All right. Are you tired of saving money? Or you putting up again? You kind of putting up boundaries from somebody who's stingy? Why would you have a boundary or from a late? Oh, this person hurt you. This person hurt you. Okay. Why is this person a miser? Yours seem to be pretty straightforward here. Why the miser spirit? For Libra, why the miser? Why would they the miser? This is the Four of Pentacles. Somebody was just keeping all the money to themselves, all the resources to themselves. It could be that they were taken from you and keeping for themselves. You know, that hurt you. But let me clarify. One more shuffle. Let's see what's happening here. Hmm. Okay. Why the miser spirit? Why the miser spirit? Why the miser? Someone was holding back. Not communicating. Why the fourth sword? Private cups. Oh, okay. So it's more of a holding back because of disappointment. Not communicating because of disappointment. A lot of signs are not communicating. But you're looking at it intently. Look at this. It's like both of you, you're looking at each other like, well, you're not looking at each other. I thought you were looking at each other. But this miser is looking this way, and you're looking at the miser. Let me see where you're looking. No, both of you are looking away from each other, but you're facing each other. It's almost like you're trying to ignore each other. Nobody's looking at each other. Not even this person is. Think that's pretty interesting. Why you're facing each other, but not looking at each other. So there's disappointment, no speaking. Why exhaustion? Why are you exhausted? Why are you exhausted? Why are you exhausted, Libra? Why are you exhausted? Why are you exhausted? Okay, so I'm back up. Why is he going? Okay. Well, because there's a lot of thinking. Why the King of Swords? Who's King of Board? Why the King of Swords? Please can't find the King of Swords. Ooh, that's a lot. Uh, we're not going to take one of these, but let's see. Let's get a quick look. The Fool, the Queen of Pentacles, the Cups, the Sun. Moving away from, starting over by moving away from could be a wife or an earth sign person, and moving towards a Leo who would give more to a situation, or who feels burdened. Hmm. Let's see. It seems like if I were to read it this way, you were burdened because a relationship. I don't know if it's. Hmm. Well, someone was doing more taking than giving. That's for sure. Um, they were happy to take, And yeah, you had to walk away from that and to start over. You saw the truth of a situation. That's why you're exhausted. Why is this three of swords? I mean, isolation. What is this isolation about? Or isolating yourself from a queen of pentacles. So, if hmm, this could be, it could be that a queen of pentacles, or if this is a relationship, this person is you either you're broken hearted over this queen of pentacles person, male or female, or this queen of pentacles is heartbroken from you. But the person who broke away thought the other person was a miser that was just keeping everything to themselves. They were just doing more taking than they were giving, and it became just exhausting. But you had to see the compassion, and you had to reach a sense of, you had to reach a place of compassion for the situation. You felt like you were just like a robot, you know? You didn't feel like a human being. You just felt like a robot, like a machine. I can't even pick it up with these nails here. You felt like a machine. Let's look and see what this means. This card, isolation, which is like the Nine of Wands in the deck. Being all defensive. Let's see what that means. All right. So let's look at the Nine of Wands. Okay. Fortune whole life energy has been depleted in its efforts to keep fueling the enormous, ridiculous machine of self-importance and productivity. He has been so busy keeping it all together and making sure everything runs smoothly that he has forgotten to really rest. No doubt he can allow himself to be playful. To abandon his duty for a trip to the beach could mean the whole structure might come tumbling down. So someone felt as if they were doing it all alone. So if you are the this if this is a relationship, like a wife or long-term relationship or husband, someone felt like they were just working themselves to death, and the other person was just gathering everything, all the riches for themselves, all the money. So, say, for example, one spouse or one person in a relationship was doing all the working, the giving, you know, and the other person was doing all the taking, you know, all the money, all the, everything. They were, all dressed up, you know, creating a fortress for themselves, building up a nice nest egg there, while the other one was looking all broken down. And so the one who was exhausted had to, yeah, had to see the truth of the situation. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what the isolation. That's the Three of Swords. I'm still becoming familiar with this deck, but um, Yeah, it's like being shut off your feelings, shutting off your feelings. Like if our pain is particularly deep, we might even try to hide it from ourselves. This can make us frozen rigid because deep down we know one small break in the ice will free the hurt to start circulating through us again. The rainbow colored tears on this person's face hold the key to breaking out of this isolation. The tears and only the tears have the power to melt the ice. It's okay to cry. So, Libra, you could be trying your hardest not to show your emotions for what happened. It could be about this person, or if you're not the one in this state who is not broken out. So, what is kind? So, let's see. All right, so let's clarify. Well, I mean, it won't matter. You would know who the miser is. Either you are the person. Well, I mean, I wouldn't like to think that you were the miser, but the person was doing all the taking. I'm not sure if that's the person that was hurting, or if the person who was exhausted was hurting. It could be you guys could either be well, you're showing up in your reading as a king of swords, but you could have been dealing with a soulmate, relationship with a wife or a husband, and that person is coming up as an earth sign, a queen of pentacles. I mean, I will see why the person is a queen of pentacles because she seems pretty content. You know, she has that pentacle there, and you know, she's pretty content. Yeah, you have to walk away from that because that was breaking you down. It was breaking you down. You can't even cry. All right, so I'm not sure what the source means. Let's see what that is. I think that's the. Let's see what the source is. I'm not sure what that is. Um, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find out what that is. Hmm. It's like the sun almost. I take it as the sun. It's like, let me see if I can find it. Hmm. Yeah, I can't find it. It's okay. I just know that um, someone had to turn their backs because, oh, here we find it. That's the Ace of Rods. When we speak of being grounded and centered, it is the source we are talking about. This card reminds us that there's a vast reservoir of energy available to us and that we can tap into it by not thinking and planning, but by getting grounded, centered, and silent enough to be in contact with source. So source is so it's saying through source you can get that energy back, connecting to source, walking away from the situation and connecting to source. So if you are the one that's feeling exhausted, Libra, that's what you should do. You know, um, even if you are still in this situation and you can't find a way out at the moment, and you know that's what you want to do, um, find a way to connect to source, and source will tell you what to do in this situation. Even if it doesn't mean walking away, it could mean metaphorically walking away for some time just to figure out what to do. So, what is the advice from Spirit? What's the advice from Spirit for Libra? Thank you, Spirit. What's the advice? Someone was draining your life force. That's just what was happening. Let's see. What? Ooh, that's too much. Let's see. Yeah, you felt stuck. And you had to, yeah, you had to move away from something, even if you didn't know what you were moving away from or moving towards. You had to move away. It says, listen. Yeah. Why you have to listen? Because you have to decide your next move. By listening, you're tapping into source. Source is right here. You're tapping into source to figure out what you need to do. 5 and 3 is 8. Right? 8 is like, what do you call it? Infinity. Let's see, magician. I see magician. Let me see. So 53 is listening. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Yeah. So if you feel someone is draining your life force, Libra, and just being a miser, just take, 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 and you're working yourself to death, or you're give, and you don't feel like if you're being appreciated, and you don't feel as if, you know, you're not happy. You feel like you're probably stuck in a situation, or if you're not stuck, because this person is not speaking to you, they're disappointed. I don't know why they would be disappointed. Maybe they feel like you're not giving enough, or maybe you cut them off. But if someone is refusing to, to really cry and just let their emotions out. And in order to do that, in order to make some changes, Libra, you have to tap into source. Okay, you have to tap in, you have to listen to what you should do in order to come back to yourself and to break up that feeling of just being stuck and, held in place, trapped almost. Okay, so I hope it helped and I hope it resonated, Libra. Sorry it went on for 23 minutes. My goodness. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next month's reading. Okay? Take care, Libra. Bye.